The market continues to follow the plan we've been outlining. Up next is a big test for the bulls. This is Invest with Jacob. Okay guys, so in yesterday's video we talked about the fact that the B wave top was likely in and we should see the C wave down starting, and that's exactly what happened. Right after the open, the market started to drop and didn't let up for the entire day. Now we set up a big test for the bulls. If they pass, then we look higher and the bottom is likely in. If they fail, it's likely we have a date with the 4,000 level. I'll get into all that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbert, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the Nasdaq. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, before I jump into the charts, my heart is really full today. The whole reason I started this channel and my trading group is that I wanted people to be able to succeed against the market. And as we're growing and as this is happening almost every day, we're getting compliments from our users. As you're starting to see on the screen here, they're going to cover up my face. There's so many of them. We absolutely killed it today, and PT really killed it. And guys are making money for the first time in the market in my room, and that makes me so happy. That's why I'm doing this, to help you guys become better traders out there, to help you make money, to help the average investor actually be able to build an income, build a college fund, or build a retirement. So really excited about all these comments and all the people in my room. If you want to join us, I'll tell you how to do that at the end of the video. All right, now let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500. As you can see here, we got the move down in C today, really never let up, moved down pretty rapidly, and that's pretty indicative of a C wave. They are pretty aggressive, much like wave 3s, okay, when we have an impulsive move. Wave Cs trade very strongly as well. The issue with this move down is more about the wave 2. So either we've bottomed in wave 1 and we should have a bigger wave 2 of C bounce, or we had a very small wave 2 here that came up to the 382 and did not quite get up to the 50, which you would expect, and then pulled back down and started to move down again from there. So without a traditional wave 2, it is a little bit unclear where we're at exactly in the C wave, but I do expect a bounce either way. So if it is the bottom of wave 1 down here, okay, then I would expect a low and then a bounce up that would be a little bit of a higher bounce. And that would target in this 45.48 up to 45.69 level. Okay, so if we target that, then that's the bigger bounce, and that would be the wave 2 overall. So you'd have wave 1 of C down and wave 2 of C up. However, if this little move down and up here was wave 2, okay, this little small wave up, which is a possibility. You can get small wave 2s sometimes in strong moves. If that's the case, then this would be 1 of 3 down, okay, and we'd still expect a wave 2 of 3 bounce up. Now that bounce will be a little bit smaller because this wave is smaller. So that bounce is going to target the 45.32 up to 45.45 region. So we got 2 sets of fibs that we're looking at for a bounce. The lower set of fibs, okay, is if we're in wave 1 of 3, and we'd look for wave 2 of 3 to that lower set of fibs, and then 3 of 3 down in a pretty strong move. If we are in wave 1 down, then we would expect a higher bounce up into this 45.48 to 45.69 area. So a little bit deep of a move here, unless this is a 1-2. So I would expect the higher end of this bounce if this is going to be just regular wave 2 up to this 45.70 region. Could even push over that without taking out the high. And then the other option is possibly that if they don't take out this A wave low, you could have A, B, and then C up if they take out this high. So if they're able to bounce and take out the B wave high, then they made a larger B wave, and that's what we would be looking at for a C wave down from there. However, if they just have a standard bounce into one of those fib clusters I talked about, then we're looking at either wave 2 of 3 or just wave 2. But overall, the key to this pullback remains the same. If we can hold this 43.69 level, the bottom of the pivot, okay, if we can hold that level or above it, anywhere above it is fine, and then bounce and have a 5-wave structure take out this high, the bulls have passed the test. We're very likely going to move up towards that 4,700 region for wave 1, and the bottom is likely in. However, if they cannot hold 43.69 and this breaks down to the low side, then it becomes very likely we retest the lows back around 4,000. So overall, a couple takeaways here. They can push this a little bit lower. I wouldn't expect too much lower, but they can push this a little bit lower. But I do expect a little bit of a bounce either into that lower fib cluster or that higher one. As an alt, if they really get crazy, they can make a bigger B wave. But my primary is that we're in C and going to stay in C here. But we can see a bounce. And then once we see that bounce, we're going to see the final move down. And that final move down needs to hold this 43.69 level. Okay, so over on the Nasdaq, we have a very similar setup as the ES. The market moved down directly. Okay, we do have this little move up right here, which could be classified as a wave 2, but again, did not bounce high enough to really be a standard wave 2. So again, a little bit cloudy on exactly where we're at in the C wave, but in both cases, I do expect a bounce. They can push a little bit lower here, obviously, but I would expect a bounce. If it's going to be wave 2 of 3, all right, we'd be looking for the lower fib cluster, and the target would be 14,877 up to 14,930. Okay, so in that case, you would look for a bounce up there, then a strong move down in 3 of C. However, if it's wave 2, you would expect a bounce up to the 14,984 region, up to the 15,098 region, and given the size of this move down, I would expect closer to that 15,098 if it is going to bounce up that high. So very similar setup to the ES. We're waiting for a bounce to kind of clarify where we're at in this C wave. But essentially, their main level is just like the ES. We have a line in the sand here at 14,370. Okay, so that is the level that it must hold on this pullback. If the bulls can hold anywhere 14,370 and above and bounce and take out this high over here, okay, that means they have passed the test on the Nasdaq. We should be pointing higher, and the bottom is likely in. So again, real quick, if this was all of wave 1 down, we would expect a wave 2 bounce up to 14,984 to 15,098. However, if this was 1, 2, and then 1 of 3 down, okay, we would expect a smaller bounce into that 14,877 to 14,930 region. So it is a little bit cloudy, and there are some levels to watch, but we have an idea of what we're looking for and what levels are important. And the main takeaway is we have to hold 14,370 and then bounce and take out this high, and the bulls pass the test. Anything below that, and it becomes more likely we are going to go down and test the lows. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want to be part of that group that you saw at the beginning of this video, the group that's having so much fun, that's making money, one guy even made 100% gains today. If you want to be part of that, you need to check out investwithjacob.com, okay? There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it will take you over to the website. Now, once you get there, check out the membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there. I want you to experience it, be part of the family, and make sure it's something that you love because I want you to enjoy it, and I want you to become a better trader before you ever pay a penny. We have 2 incredible rooms. The first one is my Invest with Jacob room, and there you get my real-time market updates, my buy and sell alerts, and all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. I do only trade on the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade in there, which means trades can last from several days to several months, so we don't always have day trades, and we don't trade quite as often as a day trade room does. However, if you are looking for that type of trading, and you want to trade individual stocks as well, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. You saw all those incredible comments at the beginning of this video about PT. That room is absolutely killing it. He is one of the best traders I've ever been around. He will guide you the right way. In his room, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room. You get individual stock trading, day trading, as well as his reduced risk binary method that is so powerful that you have to see it to completely understand and believe it. It is awesome. So come check out both of our rooms. Use that 7-day free trial to make sure you love it. Okay, we would love to have you in there so we can make some money together. All right, guys, key takeaways for today. We need to see how the C wave is going to take shape. As of right now, it's kind of a straight down move, and we need to see a bounce to give us a little more clarity. The key takeaway overall, though, is we need to hold that 43.69 level at the bottom. If it holds that and bounces and takes out the 46.31 high, then the bulls pass the test and we are off to the races. However, if that level fails, then it's likely back down to the lows. NQ, same type of setup. The move was very straight down, so we need a bounce to kind of give us some clarity on where we're at. And their overall takeaway and the lower level is that 14,370 level. We need to hold that level and have the bulls take out this high in order to pass the test on the Nasdaq and look higher in the future. All right, guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.